How to quit your 9-to-5 job and get started in wholesaling. Guys, it's Rick Ginn. In this video, I'm going to explore a topic I know very well about. I was a corporate employee for over 11 years with the same company, and I left it at the wholesaling, and I'm going to show you why I made that decision, and more importantly, how you can move forward if you're stuck in this 9-to-5 job. But before I do it, do me this favor. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share this video with someone who's stuck in a 9-to-5 job. So let's be brutally honest. How do we wind up in 9-to-5 jobs and these corporate jobs? You are like a frog in a pot of slow boiling water. It starts off kind of cool and relaxing. It becomes comfortable and warm and soothing. And before you know it, you're dead. And that's what most of you are experiencing right now. If you're watching this video, you're probably like thinking, dude, how does he know I have that 9-to-5? I was you. I was literally you. And I was taught my entire life by my parents, my siblings, my school teachers, my college professors, and I was formed and molded to fit in this perfect little corporate employee that just went out there, paid my taxes, helped company make billions of dollars, and basically be a slave to the system. And if you're in that wheelhouse, this video's for you, man. And I had an epiphany not till I was 33 years old that I had to make a massive change. And I can't believe I let this take over my life from basically age, let's say 12, 13, all the way till I was about 33. And if I can just save one of you, this video is worth your time. If you're stuck in the 9-to-5, I want you to hear me out, and you need to listen to the facts that are presented to you because it's the absolute truth. Now, I've been on both sides, and I promise you, the wholesaling side is so much better, but you have to go through a struggle to get there. What do I mean? Number one, the reason you're in your corporate job is you're conditioned your entire life. Everybody has groomed you to be this perfect corporate employee. And here's the code words that you don't even know that they're turning up the heat in the cooking pot on you, that you don't even know what's happening. Your parents are telling you, listen, Rick, you got to go get a good job. You got to get the safety. You got to get that 401k, and God knows you need the benefits. We can't take care of you forever. I get it. Your parents love you. But really, are we conditioning ourselves to make them feel good or us feel good? You see, if I go get a good job, I get benefits, I get health care, I get a 401k, my parents go, well, I don't have to take care of him anymore. And Rick will be safe and he won't do anything that'll get him arrested or anything like crazy. And he'll never come back and ask us for money. That's what your parents are all thinking. I'm just going to tell you. The security of the corporate job and the career, that used to exist. I can tell you in 2025 going into 2026, there's absolutely zero security. In fact, you're more at risk now being taken out by AI, by any type of automations, that you should seriously be looking out for yourself. Because I promise you, if your corporation thinks they can save money, as much as they like your karaoke tunes, they will fire you and they will have no problem doing it. And I don't care if you get a severance pay, like severance is a joke for the most part. And you shouldn't be thinking like that. So if you've always done the job because it's a security, think about who impregnated that in your head. It wasn't you. In fact, you were never born to sit at a 9-to-5 job. This is why over 70% of Americans would leave their job if they had the opportunity. That's why I'm always presenting you the wholesaling opportunity, because this was presented to me in 2003, working for a corporation for 11 years, going through the entire school system, 5 years of college. It didn't work. Let me just save you the story. It doesn't work for most people. In fact, we're looking at colleges now up to $100,000 a year, and parents, just to feed their ego, are putting their kids in the schools to make themselves feel better. Listen, you could put $400,000 or $500,000 and open a business for your child and teach them from the ground up. It would do so much more. But once again, if we let our egos run everything, we're going to be in problems. So you got stuck in this corporate job. Maybe your parents steered you there, your professors, all your friends, they've got good, safe jobs. It's like the freak of nature, us entrepreneurs that want to go out and make something better for our life. But the other thing, the most important thing I find that it's keeping people in 9-to-5 jobs, not only the security, it's this thing you call benefits. Oh my God, I get benefits from my employer. What am I going to do? Well, let's break this down. Your 401k is designed to basically fail you. Other people control your money. They take tons of fees out of it. And let's be honest with you, you don't even manage it. You don't even know what's going on it. You'd be better off you being personally active in the market and just buying into index funds with none of these management fees. And you know what? You're not going to be able to beat the market I can't beat the market. You can't beat the market. Why do you think your 401k can beat the market? That's right, 401k. It's your money. Your employer makes a tiny, tiny little contribution. What if I could show you how you opened up your own company in wholesaling and you could put away $60,000 a year tax-free? That's the power of being an entrepreneur. That's the power of being a wholesaler. So if you think it's really cool that your employer matches up to 5 or 10 grand, guys, you're not even scraping the iceberg with this stuff. You've got to understand. The other part of it is you talk about, oh my God, I got to have the health benefits. Do you know what the average compensation package for an employee for benefits are between 401k and healthcare? It's between $9,000 and $12,000. So let me get this straight. You will stay in your comfy 9-to-5 job and basically give up all your time and work on someone else's dream to give up your dream for a salary and benefits. And your benefits, you'd be lucky if they exceeded 10 grand. You're willing to give up all your time, all your integrity, all your loyalty for $9,000 to $12,000. That is the number one reason why people stay at their employer, their benefits. So let me ask you, are you truly ready for freedom? Because if you're a slave to your paycheck, you have to have the benefits and stuff. You are basically giving up your loyalty for around $10,000. And I think that's a travesty. People act like it's $50,000, $60,000, $100,000. It's not. And by the way, you could go out and you can get your own coverage. I promise you. I got through it. You'll get through it. So how do we transition out of this nightmare job that you never really wanted in your life? Well, you're going to have to make decisions. Now, I didn't figure this out till I was 33, but if I can give you a wake-up call, you're younger, older, I don't give a crap. Stop working on other people's dreams because yours are never going to become true. In fact, the biggest thing I gave up in my corporate job and got into wholesaling is I just wanted freedom. Now, freedom comes with a price. If you think it's any different with our military than it is with wholesaling, you are dead wrong. You're going to have to give up most of your friends. You're going to have to give up all your creature comfort vacations. Some of you guys, oh, that's the other thing is, but I get a vacation for a week or two. Really? You think life's designed to be off for a week or two your entire life? Now, you're going to have to make tremendous sacrifices to make this work. But if you understand that, you can get the ultimate freedom. But you're going to have to pay some sort of price up front. Now, how do I get out of that job? That's easy. 9 to 5, do the math, 40 hours a week. The reality is you're only working 2 to 3 hours a day. Let's be brutally honest. And you want to get the hell out of work so fast. And then you go work on your wholesaling business. Start at freewholesaling.com, join m2m.com, but find a change in your life. And how does this work? Simply. That gives you from 5 p.m. till 11 p.m. to work on your business. Rick, I got to eat. I don't give a crap. Eat while you call. Eat while you do text. Eat while you're knocking on doors. Eat while you're pulling lists. 6 hours a day, 7 days a week gives you 42 hours a week. And that's how I did my wholesaling. Now, I don't want you quitting your job if you're supporting other people because that's not the responsible way to do it. But you can work your way out of your corporate job and truly earn the freedom if you're willing to pay the price. What's the price? You're going to have to give up some of your fancy vacations. You're going to have to give up like expensive dinners, and you need to go and live as conservatively as you can for 2 years and get as many contracts as you can. And once you get enough contracts to replace your income, fire yourself. Let me let you guys, my biggest dream, and I know a lot of you have this exact dream of mine, was that I just envisioned every day going in and firing my boss. Because up to this point, everybody in my company's been fired. Someone's always the scapegoat, even if they didn't do anything wrong, because you can never fire the big boss. And I hated my boss so much, like a lot of you guys do. I literally fantasized and dreamed about the day of firing him. And the only way I could make that come true was to put in my 5 to 6 hours every day after work, nights, weekends, whatever I had to do, to meet with motivated sellers, pull lists, watch videos, train myself, talk to other wholesalers, network with them, do JVs. And about 8 months into it, I finally said this. And people go, Rick, how do you know when you leave your corporate job to do wholesaling? My corporate job was hindering my wholesaling. Now, the first 4 or 5 months was a train wreck. I'm not even going to lie to you. But the excitement of getting financially free and going through the pain and making that sacrifice when I wasn't really making any money, but make progress and have an exit plan for my corporate job, guys, I got to tell you, it was one of the best feelings I ever had in my life. And I want you to understand this. So many of you have so many fears and doubts. Like, what am I going to do? You keep saying, what if it doesn't work out? You got to stop asking that question. Think of all the companies. Every company you know on planet Earth right now was someone who just wanted something different. So why would you want anything different than anybody else? You were never meant to make a fixed income. And the reality is, if you made $75,000 a year from day one and you worked with the same company for 20, 25 years, what are you going to make? Like 150, 200 after those 25 years? And guys, retirement, I don't even understand this concept of retirement. So let me get this straight. I work 20, 30 years. I save up all this money. I get old, fat, and out of shape, and I'm miserable because my employers beat me down for years. And then I'm supposed to go out and just party for the next 10 years, even if I live that long? No. If you do this right and you leave your 9 to 5 to do wholesaling, which I believe is the ultimate release of freedom, because the reason I did it was freedom. The money came with it. But in the end, freedom's what I want and freedom's what I got. And freedom's always the goal. Money's never going to truly make you happy. It will give you options, but I want to have freedom to do things with the people I love the most. And wholesaling was the key. And what I loved about wholesaling is I was able to help people out. So instead of asking, hey, what could go wrong if I do wholesaling? What could go right? What if I actually work for myself? I have more time and I know what to do with it. I'm growing my wealth exponentially. Oh, and by the way, I can get all the tax advantages of all the other corporations out there, and I don't have to stick to this W-2 and pay the massive penalties of paying the most in taxes because I have no write-offs. See, here's the reality, guys. There's 3 things holding you back from getting out of your corporate job and getting everything you ever want in wholesaling. Number 1, you're scared of the unknown. You're going to have to embrace it. That's the only way to do this. You're going to have to go in head on. If you're going to make the commitment, you got the guts to do wholesaling, say and repeat these words: I'm going into the unknown and I'm going to come out brighter and better for it on the other side. Most people aren't willing to do that, and they'll peek in there and it's dark and they don't want to do it. You got to just keep going. Number 2, you're scared of the judgment. You're scared of the judgment of your friends, your family, everybody else around you. How's that worked out for you so far? They're not going to help you. In fact, I promise you, the minute you announce you're going to be this entrepreneur in wholesaling, they're going to look at you differently and you're going to make them feel insecure, and they're going to project those insecurities right back on you, and you're going to fold and cave 9 times out of 10. Why? Because you feed off their judgment, and if you don't get a third party's acceptance, like your friends, you don't move forward because you've been taught your entire life, play it safe. Honestly, ask yourself this question: how has that worked out for you up to this point? Because this judgment zone's got you in this position. You need to get out of it. Stop worrying what others think about you, because they don't see your vision, they don't understand where you're going, and they don't understand the journey you're about to endure. If you really want to do it, you're going to have to let go of that judgment. Number 3, the only thing that's stopping you from being successful in wholesaling, it's right here. It's all in your head. Now, I'm talking with a guy from ADHD. You've got to get out of your own head and just check your ego on the side, take the steps, become extremely consistent, and develop disciplines. What you do on a daily basis will predict your outcome. If you're not doing anything and you're not getting anywhere, and you're just busy and you're full of drama and you're watching gossip TV shows, I already know where you're going. The question is, do you want to make that change? I made that change back in 2003. It scared the crap out of me. And you know what I said to myself? I said, Rick, I can go back and get a job like this anytime. They treat me like a number. They really don't care. And if all else fails, I could always go back and do this. But what if it works out? And I am one of the guys that tell you, by taking that leap of faith, by taking that massive change, and honestly really struggling for 2 years, I am on the other side of freedom, and there's nothing greater. I have the ability to make $500,000 in 1 month. Guys, I wouldn't make $500,000 in a 10-year period in my previous corporate job. And you know what? I got tired of other people telling me what my pay was worth and getting these 3 to 5% increases. If you start out at 75 grand, you work for a company 20 years at 3 and 5%, you might wind up, 200 grand when it's all said and done? Imagine the skills you picked up. They undervalue, because corporations take advantage of people just like you and me. And I'm sick of it. And I'm telling you, have everything you need right in here. The question is, can you get out of your own head and check your ego to the side and do the basic steps moving forward with wholesaling? Me and Zach have made so many millionaires in wholesaling past ourselves. We are no different than anyone else. We just had the guts to move forward and understand the corporate. Guys, it's a sham. I'm sorry. If you want to work that lifestyle, I'm fine with it. I did it. It didn't work out for me. It never fulfilled me. It never paid me. Drove me crazy. Gave me serious anxiety, major stress. And honestly, at the end of the day, I knew I could always do more. And I always had this calling to help people out. I just didn't know how to do it. And wholesaling hit me at the perfect time. Maybe it's divine intervention. And I'm telling you, because of that, I'm here talking to you today. And if you want to make that change, you can do the exact same thing. So the three things you're going to have to do to move forward. Number one, you're going to have to be scared to go in the unknown. Number two, you're going to have to lose judgment. Stop worrying what other people think of you. It's none of your business. They don't want the same things you do, or maybe they want it, they just don't want to do the work. And number three, just get out of your head. If you'll park all your insecurities, your doubts, your fears, your judgments, your scaredness, and you put it aside, and you will learn and take instruction and actually follow through and have massive consistency, you can do anything you want. And wholesaling, honestly, is the greatest way to minimize your risk and maximize your reward. It is not for everyone. It is not for the faint of the heart. But if you are tired of working for that idiot boss or that crazy lady that's running your life and you're having terrible nightmares about them, I used to, man, chop it up. If you want to do wholesaling, you can make that change. Now, some of you can just rip the Band-Aid off. You can afford it. Maybe you don't have other people's support. But those of you that want to do it responsibly, just smile. And that entire time, just think about how you're going to fire your boss and how good it's going to feel. I play that moment back every day in my life. And honestly, it is one of my highlights of life because I was embarrassed how I got in that situation. But most importantly, I was extremely proud how I lifted myself, my family, my wife, my daughter, and obviously my son, Zach, all because I took a leap of faith in 2003. So you have to say, listen, if I had the guts to do it and I had no backup plan, I'm giving you the exact plan. Stop being addicted to the paycheck. Your benefits, as great as you think they are, they suck. 10 to 12 grand is not enough for you to give up your entire life, being miserable, be out of shape, and just not being a happy person. Gain your freedom back. If you've chosen wholesaling, let's go. Meet me over at freewholesaling.com. Let's get you started and let's take actions that will push the needle and truly get you free from everything you ever want in your life. Remember, it's all right here. If you want it, you have to go out and get it. So guys, if you got value from this video and you're going to move forward and get rid of your corporate job, you're going to do it responsibly, you rip the Band-Aid off, let me know in the comments how you're going to do it. And once again, if you got value from this video, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, maybe share this video with someone who's stuck in a 9-to-5 job and they think wholesaling is a good fit for them. I would really appreciate it. Guys, I love you. I appreciate everything that by tuning in with me and hearing me out. But man, I lived this one and it was painful. And I'm hoping that this message reaches the right people so I can save you. Go for it. If you truly want it. Guys, at the end of the day, we're all going to the same place, hopefully. So you might as well make this life count. Go out and make it happen. You are so much better than what your employer does for you. I'm telling you, you are worth 1,000 times more than your employer pays you. I guarantee you. Guys, make sure you subscribe. This is Rick, and I'll see you in the next video.